What is up, everyone? JD here. Hope you're doing well today. Got a really interesting model in from CMB Made Knives that I'm very excited to jump into with you guys. So let's get it. All right, guys, we got this CMB Braveman here. I'm not going to lie, I started this video, and when I looked and saw that I forgot to hit record on my camera, I had to restart. But I am really excited to share this one with you guys. There's a lot to like here. And as of the recording of this video is on sale, so I am going to post it up on the community post as soon as I'm done recording this one. Absolute killer price on this. It is a crossbar locking knife, but they did a good job with that crossbar lock. Titanium with steel hardware. You got a titanium back spacer, quarter length, a little bit of gearing there. You got a nice titanium pocket clip. It works pretty well. We'll demonstrate that here in a little bit. And you got thumb stud deployment on this one with really nice thumb studs. And they did a good job tuning this crossbar lock. It's so important and so critical to get that right, to get the geometry right and the overcoming of that crossbar lock right so that you can ramp up and have a very satisfying and very effective deployment with these. And I always say that the thumb stud works best with the crossbar lock. I can even get this one with the reverse flick with no issues. Nice hand filling grip on here. You got a beautiful hand rub satin finish on that S35N, giving me very Sebenza-esque vibes, especially with that sharpening choil. That sharpening choil and plunge gun are done well. The plunge gun stops way back here. Good job, CMB. This is perfect. Absolutely killed that. And even if you wanted to, if you don't like that there is a little plunge, I mean, it is ever so subtle there, a little plunge because of the way that the crossbar lock here is way back behind that. You could bring it out a little bit if you wanted to, but it's totally not necessary. You're going to get a ton of sharpening out of this particular one. I did take it down to the garage to do a little bit of cutting with it. Very comfortable, guys. Very comfortable on hand. I'm not going to lie. The way this is designed, it's like a boxed type handle, so I did feel a little bit on the curve where it swells out around the fingers, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It wasn't sharp. I could just kind of tell it wasn't as contoured as some other knives that I handle. Very, very good cutting geometry, slicing through everything. Very nice. Great factory edge on this as well, and surprisingly easy to handle with the pinch grip. It is a little bit of a bigger knife, a little bit of a longer blade, and you do have a little bit of a higher angle, but they got that acute tip done very well, and I'm able to get a very good angle to be able to do those detailed cuts. And the S35N held up well with all the cutting that I've done with it on and off camera, so I am happy to report back that it seems like they're doing a very good job. You do have ceramic bearings in the pivot, so you get that very smooth drop shut action. Again, that geometry is really well done. They have these screws nice and tight in, very low below the pivot, so you're able to ramp up and fire very effectively with this one, and I do appreciate that. You do need a little bit of a longer kick out with that reverse flick. You got to make sure that you come up. You don't want to start too low because then it's going to feel a little difficult because it is a little bit to overcome the ramp that you're given here. So I always like to come up and give my cool. Okay. Okay, so we did two in the middle, we did alternating, and then we did two out on the tip, and it held up well. Medium wax. I don't want to go too hard because, again, I haven't taken it apart to really clean it. They did oil this, so when I got it and took it out of the box, I had to wipe the oil down off the blade. I think when it's coming from overseas, they do that just to make sure if it is coming in a crate on a boat, if there is any moisture or anything like that, there's no chance that the disc gets corroded in transit. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons, and then we'll wrap it up with final thoughts and impression, guys. Okay, guys, we got the QSP Vault, more of a medium-sized EDC in my opinion, and then your full-sized Manix 2 lightweight, which I think the Braveman compares very favorably with. Let's do a couple more, and then we'll grab the scale and weigh this one. All right, guys, we have the Concept Cybin, which is my current favorite companion carry with the Braveman when I'm carrying it. And then we got the Crusoe from Artisan Cutlery here, which is slightly larger, only on the handle side, not on the actual blade side. But it is a little bit more comparable, in my opinion, to the Crusoe than it is the Sibin. It does have a little bit more size on the Sibin, which again, I do consider to be more of a medium EDC. For those of you that checked out the Crusoe video, this is where I would have loved for them to mount that pocket clip. I think if they would have mounted this pocket clip exactly like you did on the Crusoe, it would have really helped the ergos. And also, I think they actually knocked it down really nicely on the Braveman. So that's where I would have loved to have seen the Crusoe. Let me get these out of the way. We'll grab the scale and check the weight on this one. All right, we got the scale out here. Let's cut her on and check the weight on this one. Coming in at, kept going down, didn't it? 4.7 ounces. I was thinking it was going to be 4.5, so right about where I would love to see this with, again, steel reinforced cartridge on that. I am very curious. I may, after we wrap this up, jump immediately into the disassembly. I do want to take a look inside of that one. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way, get the scales out of here, rather, not the knife. We need to go ahead and do the wrap up with the knife, and we'll wrap it up. All right, guys, final thoughts and impressions. The way that I do this is I grade on a scale of 1 to 10. That way, if you've watched other videos, you may be able to understand where I'm at with this one compared to other knives that I have seen. And because this is an all premium knife, titanium scales with a super steel, this is eligible to go higher than the 7 that caps budget steel. So 1 is the lowest, 7 budget steel roof ceiling can't go over that because of the limited materials or the more budget friendly materials. 10 is the highest. What goes into the score? It is fit and finish, ergos, aesthetic, and price. So value for money, what you're getting for your money, or how much you're having to spend to get the knife, depending on what it is. This is built extremely well. Very tight tolerances. The fit and finish are very impressive on these CMB made knives, and they seemingly are continuing to get better. I love the vibes. I know that I said Sebenza vibes. I'm not saying this looks like a Sebenza. I'm just saying it feels like a Sebenza in that it is a little bit more of a robust blade stock, going to be able to handle some more hard use and heavy duty tasks. I would say that the geometry on here is slightly better than it is on the Crusoe, which I do really love the geometry and cutting performance of that one. So this is going to be a little bit more of a slicer. Nice hand-filling grip, but not so large that if you have medium hands that you're going to feel like this is too large. I think you will be pretty comfortable on this if you have more medium-sized hands. Very comfortable. Again, it is boxed as opposed to chamfered here, so you can kind of feel that, but it's not sharp. Pocket clip doesn't get in the way. I did forget to demonstrate the pocket clip on this one. Pardon me. We'll do that really quick and then go right into the score. So pocket clip on thinner pants goes in fine, a little bunch up there. I was trying to balance it being like a pair of jeans where you have some tension, but not cheating to where I can't. So it does bind up a little bit on the thicker pants there. I think with this one here, if you were just to take some of the tension out of it, doesn't become a tapper. I think as that breaks in more, I've only carried this, like I said, 4 or 5 times. I think that'll help. So you can see it went in with a little less effort. So I do think the pocket clip on there is very well done. Again, I just think it needs a little bit of a break-in. I just bumped everything around. Sorry, guys. Where am I at on this? On the scale of 1 to 10, I'm actually at an 8.4. I think this is really well done. And as I mentioned earlier, this is coming in at under $165 right now on sale. That is a killer price. Even before then, it was under $190. You can't get some Kaiser premium knives that are built like this at that price point, and these to me go toe-to-toe with the best built quality knives that you're seeing from Kaiser, from Miguron, from Weiss, Avivi. This is definitely extremely well done, and they nailed the crossbar lock on this one, so it is an easy recommendation for the Braveman. Let me know what you think about this particular one. I am an affiliate, so I will link it down below, and when you use my links, it helps the channel. Thank you. If you decide to use that, that is up to you. If you enjoyed the video and would like to leave a like, it would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing. I also want to give a special shout out and thank you to my channel members. Your support is really appreciated and helping the channel as well. All right, I'm out of here. I hope all of you have a great week. I will catch you on the next one. Peace.